Romance. We're going to turn to romance, are we not? Anybody interested in romance? Romance. I mean, romance. Actually, we're going to give this kind of a little different title. I'm going to call it love pain, even though that's not necessarily the way you put it. Okay, but one of the centerpieces of it is having been in a relationship and it faded for whatever the reason. And in your terms, you obsess about it. That's the term you use. Are you comfortable just kind of giving a background on what's going on?
Well, there are two I obsess on, but one, the most particular man I've known for 21 years that I spent time with this summer. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. And there was a hope for me that there would be a change. It was that he never wanted a committed relationship. I always did. And it was clear at the end that he still didn't want that. And I haven't heard from him. It's been over a month, even though he promised to keep in communication.
As you talk about that right now, are you getting an emotional intensity?
Yeah, sadness,
give me a number for it, could you?
Well, it's about 8. I would
Oh, about
say.
an 8.
Yeah,
How do you know? Are you getting some signs in your body, chest or?
No, I closed my eyes. I saw the number 8.
You saw the number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But it's here I feel in here kind of familiar, kind of in my throat, kind of sadness and tightness here. And,
I wonder if that's because your energy system gets disrupted.
Well, it makes sense.
I don't know.
Well,
I think so, but I don't know.
It's a disruptor for sure. Yeah. I key into that. Yeah.
Well, you have the thought about that. In your term, you obsess on it, which means you think about it with some consistency, I guess.
Yeah, I do. It's like think of an incident of time we're together. Well, what if only this had happened instead of this, or pain. It involves a lot of pain and frustration.
Pain in what way?
Well, in terms of an expectation or a wish that was frustrated, or a sense of being abandoned, of being lied to, or hopes coming up and then hopes being lost. That's more the pattern, yeah. Okay,
do you hear several aspects? Okay. And by the way, that doesn't mean that we necessarily have to deal with all the aspects. Sometimes we'll just deal with the general thing and all the trees fall down with one fell swoop. That does happen. We don't know that. But anyway, so there was the one gentleman to whom when you dwell on it, you get to an 8, at least you did at the moment. There's another one?
Yeah, well, in the interim, let's see, 2 years, about a year and a half ago, a relationship ended that was short. It lasted a year and a half. That also where there was an explosive incident at the end where I discovered he had been deceiving me for a long period of time. I had denied the clues. And so after that...
How does it feel when you say he was deceiving me? Say he deceived me for a long period of time. Say that.
Yeah, that's really strong in the chest, strong anger and pain and...
okay.
Yeah, that...
it's like an infidelity or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just hadn't imagined it that would be possible,
Yeah.
And that I much less imagined that the relationship could be cut off immediately after that, because he said, well, I'm not monogamous. He never told me that. And that, I have to have more than one lover at the same time. That was totally new to me. And
what number is that when you talk about that? Besides the fact that you moved your feet when you said it. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty strong. Between about 9, I would say.
Okay. Well, there are at least a couple of issues that have several pieces to them that we're talking about that you tend to obsess on, if you will. It tends to occupy mental space, causes you emotional difficulty, and it'd be nice if you were free of that, sort of like Margot and her freeway driving and so on.
Sure.
Okay.
I may have might test for psychological reversal on that, because it could well be persisting.
It probably is. Well, we'll get in. All I want to do is set the stage right now and kind of understand what's going on and that kind of thing. Is it helpful to dwell on this?
Well, rationally, no, of course not.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so rationally, but emotionally, somehow there's a
emotionally
need.
It persists. It's obsessive.
Sure. Okay. All right. I wonder how we would address this. Gee whiz. let me see. When we talk, which of all of those issues you were talking about did you have the strongest emotional reaction to? The infidelity?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Say he cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
Say that.
He cheated on me.
How did that feel?
Yeah. It's caused tears in you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. Even though he cheated on me,
Even though he cheated on me,
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Again, even though he cheated on
me, I deeply
and profoundly accept myself. Even though he cheated on you, you can accept yourself. It's okay. That was his choice. Even though he cheated on you, you can accept yourself. Even though he cheated on you, you can accept yourself. He cheated on you. 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 Raise your arm for me. He cheated on you. Is it any different?
No.
It's no different. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna rub the sore spot. Okay. Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though he cheated on you, you can accept yourself. It's all right. You can deeply and profoundly accept yourself, even though he cheated on you. Can you say it? Okay. Even though he cheated on me. You can hum it if you want.
A little better.
Okay. He cheated on you. Say he cheated on me.
Brings up embarrassment and shame.
Yeah, but okay. Now wait. Your embarrassment and shame. You're shifting aspects on me. Okay.
But I just say that I'm just reporting that that's what's coming up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See, when she says embarrassment, was there something else before that, like anger?
Yeah.
Okay. Originally, we were talking about anger. Although I didn't ask her about that, was a mistake of my part. Okay.
Sadness, anger.
Sadness,
It's
anger.
all a bundle. Yeah.
Okay. But my guess is what was happening, originally we were going to sadness and anger, which would be like your headache, so to speak, and then the toothache and the stomachache is now coming up, which is embarrassment and shame, and we're doing something with that.
Yeah.
I want you to, just to test for the moment, just say this: he cheated on me.
He cheated on me.
Now, how does that feel? If it was a 10 originally, what is it now to say that?
Maybe 7.
Maybe a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, even though I still have some of this cheating on me problem left,
Even though I still have some of this cheating on me problem left.
I deeply and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept myself.
Again, even though I still have some of this cheating problem left.
No, I still have some of this.
Okay, now what's coming up now?
Oh, tears.
Yeah, more tears, but give me a word for the emotion besides tears.
Grief.
Grief.
Yeah.
Is it embarrassment?
Well, it's connected with that accepting myself. It's like when I felt by him, loved by him, to discover I was not.
Okay. Okay. Even though I have a problem accepting myself,
Even though I have a problem
I deeply
accepting
and
myself.
profoundly accept myself.
Deeply and profoundly.
Even though I have a problem accepting myself, I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Even though I have a problem accepting myself, I deeply profoundly.
Even though I have a problem accepting myself,
Even though I have a problem accepting
I
myself,
deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly.
Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance. Self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
Self-acceptance.
Again.
Self-acceptance.
Okay.
Self-acceptance.
Okay, say he cheated on me.
Cheated on me.
How does that feel?
Better.
Okay. Now, I want to zero in on one thing. I don't know if we've got it all, but I want to zero in on embarrassment and shame. I want you to think about embarrassment and shame. That's where we're going to zero. If you happen to find yourself shifting, stay back on embarrassment and shame, okay?
But I think that you got it really with that self-acceptance is kind of
What did
in
I-
the whole thing. In the whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we did was just cut the top off a number of trees, maybe.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're not done.
Yeah. I know that.
Okay, all right. But I want to go back to embarrassment and shame,
Okay.
okay? I want to stay right on that aspect of it, okay? Is embarrassment and shame the same thing to you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just call it
Yeah.
shame. It's
Yeah,
easier to
shame.
say.
Yeah,
Okay,
shame.
all right, all right. Say, I accept myself even though I have this shame.
Accept myself. I have shame.
Accept myself even though I have this shame.
Accept myself.
You can accept myself even though you have this shame. It's okay, one more time.
Accept myself.
Even though I have this shame. Okay, this shame.
Shame.
This shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Any better? Are you shifting to a different scene?
Well, no, it's just more intense, but I think the intensification is good. I think it doesn't mean that it's intensifying, but
Okay.
it's.
But what I want to know is what's going on inside, because you were shifting for me from embarrassment and shame to, anger and stuff, and shame to.
I realizing it was shame as we were doing it, the intensity of the shame, I was realizing it. But if you'll just continue, I think it'll go down.
Okay, remaining shame.
Remaining shame.
Remaining shame.
Remaining
Remaining
shame.
shame.
Remaining shame.
Remaining shame. Remaining shame. Remaining shame. Remaining shame. Remaining shame. Remaining shame. Remaining shame. remaining shame,
shame,
remaining shame,
shame,
remaining shame. Close your eyes. Open. Hard down right. Hard down left. In a circle. In a circle. Yeah. Other way. Happy birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's better. It's down.
Okay.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Remaining shame. 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 What is it?
It was 3 and then it went to 4. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, 3 went to 4. So it's going up or down?
Went up a little, but it's kind of vibrating.
Okay. What was so shameful?
I think it has to do with not having a relationship for so many years and having one suddenly and then having it end so abruptly. And it was embarrassing to me that he was...
Embarrassing among other friends you have to tell about?
Yeah.
Embarrassing societally?
Yeah, yes.
That's the only embarrassment there? Otherwise it was no other part of embarrassment?
Well, it was shame to me in terms of I thought that we were so intimate, that was so honest and so deeply involved, and that was the deceit going on, that I didn't see through the deceit.
So you have shame because you didn't see through the deceit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, seeing through the deceit.
Seeing through the deceit.
Seeing through the deceit.
Seeing through the deceit.
So you just listen to people, you just tap for whatever phrase you want to pull out of it. And see, I don't even know if I'm doing this right, as a matter of fact. I'm just asking your questions, and we're getting some stuff on the surface, and we just start tapping for it. Are you feeling better generally?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. Why is it your fault, the deceit? I mean, if he was, why is it your fault you didn't see through it?
Well, I can see why I denied what I could see, or didn't ask questions, or didn't, because I was afraid of losing the relationship, afraid of abandonment. So it was the fear of abandonment was greater than my willingness to see.
Yeah, abandonment. Fear of, even though I have this fear of abandonment,
Even though I have this fear of
I deeply, profoundly accept myself.
Deeply, profoundly accept
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. Even though I have this fear of abandonment, I deeply, profoundly accept myself.
I have this fear of abandonment.
Yeah, I deeply, profoundly accept myself. Okay, fear of abandonment.
That's a strong one.
Yeah, fear of I know, I can tell, fear of abandonment. Didn't fool me. Fear of abandonment. Fear of abandonment. Yeah, a little humor, fear of abandonment. By the way, you can do humor. You don't have to sit there and be heavy all day long. We're just still tapping out on the energy system, Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment. Say I was abandoned. How's that feel to say? Give me a number.
It's about 10.
Oh, it's about a 10. Is it a different aspect to it?
I was coming together in both those relationships.
Well, you bring the other relationship into it. Now you got
Yeah, the
abandoned
two
twice.
together,
Okay.
yeah.
The second abandonment.
The second abandonment.
Abandonment number 2. Whatever.
Abandonment number 2.
I hope you're recognizing, Marlis, that this bit about we shifting aspects is happening with you, because you're going from one to the other to the other to the other. Okay. But I just want you to notice because you're doing it in spades. And it's a great teaching thing. It's helpful for you, etc. Because what you're doing is you're just jumping from place to place to place to place. I hope are you recognizing that? Is it obvious to you? Okay. All right. And see, if you weren't aware of this aspect thing and jumping around, you'd be dealing with somebody or yourself or somebody else, and you'd say, well, they're not getting any better because they're reporting they're not feeling it good. Could we have a microphone for Chris here for a second?
I think that was what was confusing me about when we were talking earlier about using generalizations versus the laundry list. And it seems like so many of these issues have different aspects, and it seemed like one of the things Adrian was saying earlier is a lot of kind of general things will cover the various aspects, and when do you decide to go into those aspects?
It will depend upon how artful you want to be. That's why we have the courses part 1 and part 2. I'm not only talking about the concept here, but the art as well. I'm doing art to it now, and I'm finding aspects, and I'm pointing them out to you, and I'm pointing out to her, and so on and so forth. She could as an alternative to this, although it would take longer and it would be less obvious to her about her change, etc. And she may not keep on with it because of that. Do what I said this morning, and that is every day start talking about these general issues. Even though I have this relationship, you could call it a relationship issue, the da 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 da. no pain whatsoever or minimal pain probably, because you don't know what your subconscious mind is bringing up, and you just keep doing it, and after a while, I mean, you will no longer obsess. Okay? So there's two ways to do it, but I'm showing you the art to it, which if you want to master this at all, you need to get into it some. Okay? How you doing?
Better, thank you. I'd like to work more in the abandonment. It's down though, maybe 4.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
well,
it says deeper roots, of course, than these relationships, but those are the most intense at the top.
yeah, I want to, right now I want you to stay on those relationships.
Yeah.
Okay? Now if you shift, just tell me you shifted, okay?
Yeah.
And that's okay, you can shift, but what I'm trying to do is to get a single isolated issue down to 0.
Yeah.
And then if we can't, another single isolated issue get down to 0.
Yeah.
That's cutting down some trees and then noticing if the whole forest falls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Which would be interesting if we could
Yeah.
pull it off in the next 20 minutes or something, whatever it is, okay? Well, it's about the abandonment for the moment. There was an abandonment with one gentleman, and then you brought the abandonment with the other one,
Yeah.
and that bothered. So,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing we were addressing the one. It seems to get better. Then the other one comes up, and then I just.
Yeah, they kind of flip back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just cover them both at the same time,
That's
and if
all
it
right.
doesn't work, we'll try something else. How long does it take? Hardly any time.
Yeah, I
right?
can keep them both in mind at the same time.
Okay. All right. Double abandonment.
Double
Well,
abandonment.
even though I've had double abandonment,
Even though I've had double abandonment,
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Again.
Even though I've had, it's more than double, it comes triple, quadruple abandonment.
Will you stay on double for me? Okay, okay, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, triple,
Many
quadruple.
abandonments.
Look, we'll deal with the whole
Many-
thing. We'll do
Many
the,
abandonments.
all even though I've been abandoned many
I've been
times,
abandoned many times.
I
yeah.
deeply, completely accept myself.
Deeply and completely accept myself.
Again.
Even though I've been
See, we don't have
abandoned
tears
many
now, do we?
times, I deeply and completely accept myself.
Go ahead. Even though I've been abandoned.
Many times.
Here we go. Deeply and completely accept myself. All these abandonments.
Abandonments.
All these abandonments. All these abandonments.
Abandonments.
All these abandonments.
Abandonments.
All these abandonments. All these abandonments. All these abandonments. Okay. Remaining abandonments. Remaining abandonments. Remaining abandonments. Remaining abandonments. Remaining abandonments. As we were doing that, and we started to get tears on the third thing, what was coming up?
Just seeing a lot of them running together, kind of, self-pity or grief, yeah.
Okay, now grief is a different issue than abandonment.
Well, it stimulates grief to be abandoned.
It stimulates grief to be abandoned. Is it the same emotion to you?
Yeah, abandonment's not an emotion, but grief is.
Okay, is grief and abandonment the same issue to you?
Well, abandonment can have many emotions attached,
Okay.
but grief was coming up.
Okay, say I was abandoned repeatedly.
I was abandoned repeatedly.
How does that feel to say?
It's better. It's better. It sounds even a little funny. So it's, maybe 5, not quite stable. You could move
Okay.
6 to down.
You will hear this sometimes. There's a real shift in attitudes. She laughed about it a little bit, okay? Now, is it funny? Well, maybe not. But you can laugh at it. You can see some humor in it.
Yeah.
See, you couldn't see humor before. Attitude shifts. See, when you no longer have the zzz going on about things, the attitude automatically shifts, and you will perform and behave differently in the world around you. Happens with business all the time. People with sales get more successful. Do you hear me? Talking to some of our salespeople, So it's about a 4. Even though I still have some of this, all this abandonment left. I still have some of this abandonment issue left.
Abandonment issue left.
I deeply and completely accept
I
myself.
deeply and completely accept myself.
Again.
Even though I still have some of this abandonment issue left, I deeply and completely accept myself. Got a picture of my mother then as a baby.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's better though.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more time. Even though I still
Even
have.
though I still have some of this abandonment issue, I deeply and completely accept myself.
She's become another aspect, her mother and the baby, or mother as she was a baby. Okay. Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment.
Are you still a 4? So that was abandoned.
Maybe 3, yeah.
Okay. Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment.
Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment. Remaining abandonment.
Say I was abandoned
I was abandoned
by my mother.
by my mother.
How's that feel?
2 and 3, between 2 and 3.
Between 2 and 3. How would it be ordinarily? Were you abandoned by your mother? I mean, I guessed that from what you said earlier.
I concluded I wasn't. physically, but I felt I was.
Well, who were you abandoned by besides the two gentlemen and perhaps your mother?
And other relationships, other people, I felt. It's kind of a blur, but that's just what's central now is the being an infant, feeling abandoned when I cried.
Oh, okay. Infant abandonment.
Infant abandonment.
I was abandoned when I was a baby.
I was abandoned when I was a baby.
Again.
I was abandoned when I was a baby. I was abandoned when I was a baby. I was abandoned.
My mother didn't love me.
My mother didn't love me. That hit stronger. My mother didn't love me.
What hit stronger, here or when I said that?
My mother didn't love me, yeah.
Okay. Say it and tell me what the emotional intensity is.
My mother didn't love me. That's, 8.
That's an 8, okay? I'm going to say it, okay? Even though your mother didn't love you, it's okay. You can accept yourself. Even though your mother didn't love you, it's okay. You can accept yourself.
My mother didn't love me.
You deeply and profoundly accept yourself. Okay, one more time.
Deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Okay. Your mother didn't love me. 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 If you can laugh at this one, then mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me.
Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me.
Okay, look at me. Close your eyes. Open. Hard down right. Hard down left. In a circle. Other way. Happy birthday. Okay. Just be quiet a minute, okay? Just let me talk. You ready? With me?
Yeah.
Okay, is it still the same scene? The same item? Okay. Even though your mother didn't appear to love you, it's okay. You're here now. You can deeply and profoundly accept yourself. Even though she didn't love you, that was her choice. Maybe she didn't love anybody. You can deeply and profoundly accept yourself. Even though your mother didn't love you, you can deeply and profoundly accept yourself. Your mother didn't love you, just be quiet. Your mother didn't love you. Okay, your mother didn't love you. Mother didn't love you. Mother didn't love you. How you doing? Mother didn't love you. Are you 10?
It's all right. I'm working it through.
Are you 10?
9, 8, 9, 10.
Did it come down from that?
Yeah.
Okay, the remaining of the mother not loving your problem. Remaining problem with the mother. Remaining mother love. Remaining mother love. Mother didn't love you, the remaining problem. What are you now? You're up there.
Just like, yeah. It's just like confronting it. When you said it to me, it's the first time it ever really came to me. I mean, it never, never came to me.
See, we started off with obsessing about some gentlemen.
Yeah,
okay.
But this was the root of it.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Maybe it is, and that's just where we've come, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, by the way, just because we haven't done it before for reversal. And maybe for her there's something about this meridian that would be useful. I'm just guessing, okay? Part of the art of it, I guess. Even though my mother didn't love me, I deeply and profoundly accept myself.
Deeply and profoundly accept myself. It's getting better.
I accept because of this?
I don't know. I just
Okay.
suddenly felt more of my
All right.
higher self there.
Okay. I accept myself.
I accept myself.
Even though my mother didn't love me.
Even though my mother didn't love
I
me.
accept myself even though my mother didn't love me.
Myself.
Okay. Mother didn't love me.
Mother didn't love me.
Mother didn't love me.
Mother didn't love me.
Mother didn't love me. Mother didn't love me.
Mother
Mother
didn't love me.
didn't love me. By the way, I want to point something out to you. As I was tapping here, at the point we hadn't even tapped yet.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember I talked about for some people you have your point? Well, we have a clue here. That might be your point. I don't know. I mean, this could be your point because something was happening. You felt a release at the moment.
Or it could have been just the process.
Could have been the process. I'm just looking for clues. That's all. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But we're looking for clues in that case. But if it's consistent, hey, you get a clue. How you doing now? My mother didn't love me. Say that.
My mother didn't love me.
What's the number?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Remaining mother didn't love me.
Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't love me. Remaining mother didn't.
Is it still a 5?
Remaining mother didn't love
My
me.
mother didn't love me. Say that.
See, it's good for me to say it publicly. My mother didn't love me. My mother didn't love me. My mother didn't love me.
How's that
That's
feel to
helpful.
say?
It was good. Yeah. My mother
Wait a minute.
didn't love me.
My mother didn't love me. My mother didn't love me. My mother didn't love me.
What kind of a woman doesn't love her mother, or her daughter? I'm speaking to that with you.
A woman who doesn't feel loved herself, or who doesn't love herself either.
See, I didn't ask her about her attitude to begin with about that. I don't know if that's what it would have been. Was it anger before?
Toward my mother?
Yes.
No, it was grief. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we had a shift in attitude here because I didn't see that before.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting way to have it come out after all of this, because it's a very healthy attitude. It's someone who didn't love herself or didn't have love herself
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Right? Okay. So my mother didn't love me.
My mother didn't love me.
How does that feel to say?
It's better. It's, yeah, because seeing compassion for her too helps. It's about 3. It's getting,
Okay.
yeah,
Remaining mother problem.
remaining mother problem.
Remaining mother problem.
Remaining mother problem.
Remaining mother problem. Remaining mother problem. Remaining mother problem. Put this back up on your arm and say remaining mother problem.
Remaining mother problem.
Okay.
Remaining mother problem.
There's still a 2 or 3s?
Uh,
Just a minute, we're going to do this again. My mother didn't love me.
My mother
Right out
didn't
there.
love me. My mother didn't love me. My mother didn't love me. Yeah, my mother didn't love me.
Can we have a hand for her mother, please?
There's a release happening.
Okay.
It's like it's bringing me closer to myself, my real self. It's almost like it was a long trial, or to bring me to to myself.
In some of the conventional psychology techniques, they talk you through all this kind of thing. Instead of tapping your energies, and they talk and they talk and they talk. And have you done that before? Could you just hold that up and speak into it? It'd be easier.
Yes.
Yeah, you've done that before?
Conventional?
Yeah.
20 years of it or more.
Oh, 20 years of it. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you used to work for a firm that specializes in trauma. I think it's the same firm that Marjorie.
Yeah, I was the director there at Metapsychology Center, Menlo Park.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Conventional techniques might draw a parallel between the fact that your mother didn't love you, and that was your perception, you were abandoned, and so on and so forth, and saying that the thing with the gentleman you're talking about was simply a replay of that, and the fact that they behaved a certain way triggered the one thing once upon a time. Would that be accurate, do you think?
That's exactly it. That was the core, yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. That is the way other methods would go about it, and they certainly have their effect.
Well, it doesn't matter. The theory doesn't matter. It's just that I followed my process, and I reported to you my process, and that was my process. And
Yes.
this is my healing, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So-
My mother didn't love me.
My mother didn't love me.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm at about a 1 or 2 on that.
Okay,
Not
my
quite
mother
one.
didn't love me.
My mother didn't
Remaining
love me.
problem, mother didn't love me.
Remaining mother problem.
Remaining mother didn't love me.
didn't love me. Remaining mother 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 didn't love me.
I'm going to tap here just because we did once before and it seemed to work.
Remaining mother didn't love me.
Okay.
Remaining mother didn't love me.
Okay.
Remaining mother
Say
didn't
it
love
seriously.
me. Remaining mother didn't.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Say
right.
it seriously.
The remaining mother didn't love me. Yeah.
Okay. So your mother didn't love you?
That's a lie, actually, but
After all of that? After
like all human beings, we love each other. Sometimes we don't, you know. But there were just some,
Can you put it up?
yeah. She loved me as best she could.
And don't we all do that?
Yeah.
Love each other as best we can? And don't we have to all fight with our own little things within to love somebody else? And what are those tears about?
Well, being human, and that being a human condition, you know.
Okay, but am I looking at another aspect of something? Because it looks to me like you've got some more emotion going. Am I right?
Well, it comes to do with, I see my own attitude that I have a kind of a perfectionism expectation of people that they should love ideally or totally instead of humanly. It's kind of bringing up sadness about my ways of relating expectations and love with people. And
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to need to break, I think, for lunch in a minute.
Yeah, that's right. We could go on all day.
However, you know, with this issue, without having the kind of pain you've had, you can still do this every day, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Or you can master this yourself and start getting to all the little issues if you want to. Work with somebody else that wants to master it and that kind of thing. You know, I mean, you have some other people
well, it
you
was a
work with.
wonderful breakthrough. Thank you. I'll
Was
never
it?
forget
All
this.
right, good.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
thanks.
really.
Can we have a hand for Margaret?
Thank you.
Give me a hug, would you? Okay. All right. See, you and I had never met until here, but you and I talked on the phone.
A lot, yeah.
Okay.
Or I would have made it here.
You wouldn't have made it here. Okay. How do you feel right now just about sitting here? Are you anxious?
I was thinking that this is working because just till about a minute before you said, I wasn't even nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I knew that I was going to come up here and do this. And that's a shocking.
Okay, well, how are you now?
I'm nervous.
Okay, give me a number.
5.
A number 5,
Yeah.
okay. Say this nervousness.
This nervousness.
This nervousness.
This nervousness. This nervousness. This nervousness. This nervousness. This nervousness. This nervousness.
This nervousness.
This nervousness.
Is it still a 5?
Oh, 2.
It's a 2,
Yeah.
okay. Remaining nervousness.
Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness. Remaining nervousness.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's
How do you know it's good? How's the heart? Your hands sweat or something?
I get all, I'm not that. That's what I do.
Okay.
Rip things up and napkins.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, if you get that way, you'll let me know, won't you? Okay. Good. All right. Let me see. You have a number of issues, and some of them stem from once upon a time. I remember you told me on the phone that you had the unfortunate circumstance of having your mother
Pour boiling water on me.
pour boiling water on you. That's called rejection, I guess.
It's called bad mother.
Called bad mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. And that has evolved into other issues. What do you want to work on up here? You told me before, but
I'm afraid of being touched. And even when my son hugs me, like when he goes back to college, I go like that.
okay. So if I were to get out of this chair and come to hug you, would you resist that?
I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like it.
You know, when they used to have all these, everybody all hug and everything,
Uh-huh.
I call them mandatory group hugs. I'd be like, oh, get me out of this.
Get me out of this.
You know,
hug me out there.
ugh.
What happens to you physically if somebody tries to hug you? Do you get heart pounds or you get
No,
shivers?
I actually go, my whole body goes like that.
Okay, okay, and that's limiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So if I were to get out of here and go hug you on a scale of 0 to 10, how tense would you get?
I wouldn't like it. Maybe a 7.
Maybe a 7. Give me a try. How did that feel?
No.
Was it a 7?
Yeah,
or
it was
10?
a 7. It was a 7.
Okay. All right. See, I'm not going to do anything to make you uncomfortable. I just wanted to test it for a minute, okay? So I had mini
Yeah,
discomfort.
okay.
Just mini. Okay, I'm a tester now. All right. Okay. What do you think that comes from? I'm asking for your intuition. Not to disrupt your body system, energy body system. I want to know, past-wise,
Well,
what
she
you think may
didn't-
contribute
She didn't
to it.
just pour boiling water on me. She beat me all the time.
She beat you all the
Yeah,
time.
with the hairbrushes
And you
and-
think that's why you...
Yeah, that's why I'm afraid of touch. That's what I think.
Oh, okay, that's what you think. All right. If we're to deal with this, are you likely to have tears about it?
Oh, yeah, I bet I would.
Oh, you would,
Yeah.
okay. Tears about what?
When Veronica was, I had tears for when Veronica was having her
Okay.
issue because she said the person who's supposed to take care of me violate, you know.
Okay.
So it's trust.
Okay. Now,
Oh.
how you doing?
Okay, but I
Okay,
swear.
this anxiety.
This anxiety.
This
This
anxiety.
anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety.
See?
This anxiety.
This anxiety. This anxiety. How is it now?
Okay.
Remaining anxiety.
Remaining anxiety. Remaining anxiety. Remaining anxiety. Remaining anxiety. Remaining anxiety. Remaining anxiety.
Okay.
Remaining anxiety.
Now, please notice, if you will, on this particular, we haven't done any reversal yet, have we? And she's tending to respond reasonably to it. I mean, we
Yeah,
do
my
that.
legs feel good now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we haven't had to worry about reversal so far. So it's a little shorter way to do it. Took less time. You know, I just tried it. Reversal at the moment doesn't seem to be in the way. Okay, so your system responds nicely because the bowling pins are already set up. And we'll see how that is when we go on to other things. But just speaking about some of the issues about the past gets you a little anxious. This
Well-
anxiety, by the way, was not had to do with just being up here like the first one was.
No, this is all of that because it wasn't just her. Because then I thought that was love. So I had a lover who almost killed me, and then I still have I have pain from my neck being damaged from being badly beaten. He would take Madrone, he tied me up and take Madrone and beat me with a big Madrone, kick me and beat me and wrench my arm. So like even like right now, I mean, like all this winter, I was paralyzed by pain. Yeah.
You want to keep your hand away from the
I
microphone.
should know that.
Okay.
I should know that.
Okay, paralyzed by pain, but then does it come and go?
It lasted for months, and then but it has been trying to come back.
Okay. Is there pain in your neck right now?
In my shoulder, yeah.
In your shoulder?
Yeah, and I thought it was just related to cold weather, but it's damp weather, even the fog.
Oh, you sure about that?
Well,
on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is it?
it's about a 7.
It's about a 7. Okay, I want you to move it without damaging yourself. Take your own responsibility,
Okay.
but move it to a point where you know you get a 7 or 8 or whatever, so you can recreate it later on. Okay.
There it is. Right
There
there.
it is.
Go back.
Okay.
I couldn't do that one where you were doing that. It really hurt
Oh,
to do
okay.
that
All
time.
right. So that's a 7 or 8 doing that?
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
I just want to deal with that for a minute. And I tell you why, because we want to minimize pain in the whole process. And she has some things that to her are very painful. You can cry very easily, your legs shake and everything else. So I'm going to deal, and this is just my choice, okay? There's no magic formula here. I'm just going to deal with the pain here, suspecting that there's probably some emotional component to that. And we'll just see. We're going to start in with that, okay? And it's easy to deal with some kind of physical pain to begin with anyway, okay? So why don't you say pain in my arm?
Pain in my arm, 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 pain in my arm.
Okay, raise your arm for me.
Pain in my arm.
Okay. All right, I just want to check it out. Move it up and tell me if it's still a 7 or 8, or whatever that number was.
It's about a 6.
It's about a 6. Okay, remaining pain in my arm.
Remaining pain in my arm, 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 remaining pain in my arm,
Okay.
remaining pain in my arm.
Okay, good. Check it out again. Tell me.
Oh, it's about a 3.
Okay, remaining pain in my arm.
Remaining pain in my arm, 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 remaining pain in my arm.
Check it out.
It's about a 1.
It's about a 1.
Yeah,
Well, we'll do
so
it
that's
again.
good.
Okay,
Remaining pain in my arm, 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 remaining pain in my arm.
Check it out again.
Oh yeah, good.
Now, rate it even higher. Is there a way you can do that without hurting yourself, or where you normally couldn't do that at all?
It's very hard, yeah.
Is there pain here?
Yeah, it's still,
Okay, well, give me a number for that pain.
it's about a 4.
It's about a 4. Okay, remaining pain in my
Remaining
arm.
pain in my arm, remaining 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 pain in my
I
arm.
want you to do the 9 gamma. We haven't done that yet, so do the 9 gamma. Let's tap on that. It's right there. Tap there. There you go. Okay, tap there. Well, here. I want you to do it vigorously like that. Can you do it like that?
that.
Okay. Okay, close your eye. Open. Hard down right. Let me do it for you.
Okay.
Hard down right. Hard down left. In a circle. Other way. Happy birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Happy birthday. Okay, remaining pain in my arm.
Remaining pain in my arm, 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 remaining pain in my arm.
Okay, lift it up and tell me how it's doing.
Oh yeah,
now.
it's better.
Well, better or what?
Yeah, it's just about gone. Just almost, yeah.
It's gone,
yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, good.
Well, you know, what's interesting to me is you were telling me it comes and goes with the winter and the, you know,
Yeah.
okay. I think it comes and goes with your energy system being
you're
disrupted.
right.
The only way I can tell you that is because all we did here was just balance an energy system, and it went away, which is it's a point I've made before, but I want to emphasize it again. Whenever we get anything, whether it's emotional or physical, down to 0, if you notice it coming back, see, first of all, when we got to 0, by my definition, it is cured. That is, there's no trace of it at the moment. The beauty of that definition is that when it does seem to come back, you need to notice what's going on in your environment that caused it to come back, and be specific, what in my environment may have disrupted my energy system and caused it. You've learned it might be a toxic substance. You might have eaten something or something like that. You know, you might have smelled something. And that's what you want to be aware of, okay? Because all we did here was just that. We didn't do anything else. So it has a big emotional component to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How's it feel now?
Feels good.
Okay. How do you feel just sitting up here?
A little nervous.
A little nervous.
It's
How
hard
about
to-
the shaking?
Yeah, well, it's the tightness. It's hard to talk about this because it's embarrassing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some embarrassment about it. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
different issue than the subject itself. Okay, this embarrassment.
And this embarrassment, this embarrassment, this embarrassment, this embarrassment, this embarrassment, this embarrassment, this embarrassment.
Okay, remaining embarrassment.
Remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment, remaining embarrassment.
Okay. Now, first of all, I'll tell you, one of the things you can do here, to get aside from any embarrassment you want, you don't have to talk about details. You can, at any one point, say that would be embarrassing. I want to talk about that detail. Okay? And we can deal with this with just you knowing what it is. However, that's more difficult to do because I've got to make sure that I keep your thinking in a certain place so that we can do all of this, you know, keyed into one thing and so on. But you have the right to say that's embarrassing. Okay?
Well, knew it would be, but I need to change this.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's terrible.
Okay, well, but I want you to know is that you do not have to crash through a bunch of fear. We have time to do this, okay? All right?
Because I don't even think I'm worthy of your taking the time for my
Okay.
problem. So, because that's all part of it, because I wasn't worthy to be loved by my own mother.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And so if I come up to hug you, you're not worth that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what if I think I'm worth hugging you?
Okay.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I'm an academic. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. At any rate, if I just had the term boiling water,
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10, what did that do to you?
A 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say
Boiling
say boiling water. Okay, because I don't want you to get too involved with it. Boiling water, boiling water, boiling water, boiling water, boiling water, boiling water, boiling water. Okay, remaining boiling water, 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 remaining boiling water. Okay, now boiling water. I didn't get the initial intensity. Assume the initial intensity was a 10 just for a benchmark.
It was,
If it was a 10, what would it be now? Boiling water.
It's a 5, but I'm mad.
But you're mad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, at first it was the boiling water, now you're mad. We have a
Yeah.
different aspect.
Yeah.
Okay, mad about boiling water, say it.
Mad about boiling water, 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 mad about boiling water.
Okay. Remaining anger.
Remaining anger, remaining anger, remaining anger, remaining anger, remaining anger, remaining anger, remaining anger.
Okay. Boiling water, give me a number.
3.
A 3.
Yeah.
Are you mad about it, or did you shift to something else?
I don't know why she did it. I'm mad. How could she do that?
How could she do that? I don't know. But what I want to know from you is, because I wasn't there.
Yeah. She tried to stop. She threw it on me and she tried to stop, so it hit this arm. It would have hit me all through the... And I went to the hospital, but nobody cared.
Nobody
Because
cared.
everything looked so good, you know, nice house, nice everything.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared, nobody cared. Nobody cared, nobody cared, nobody cared, nobody cared, nobody cared.
Okay. Boiling water. You say it, boiling water.
Boiling water.
She threw boiling water on
She threw
you.
boiling water.
How does that feel to say that?
I hate it because my daughter says I have to forgive my mother if she's going to forgive me because I was so crazy. Her early childhood was not good. So she's going through
Your mother's early childhood was not good.
my daughter's.
Oh, okay.
My daughter's because I was so crazy because I got with this crazy man. My daughter was with me, and they say seeing your mother abused is just so bad for a child.
Yeah, sure.
And he abused her a little bit too, physically. So, and then she ended up being sexually abused by a neighbor, which I didn't know. So I have all this terrible guilt. And she says, so she said she's made a contingent. That, you know, and like at some level, she doesn't believe that my mother, because she met my mother, and my mother sort of like quit being so bad, but my brother blew his brains out on Mother's Day. So she was a very toxic mother.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes,
Right.
and so, but she fooled everybody.
Well, your daughter wanted you to forgive your mother. Is that
Yeah,
good
or
advice?
she won't forgive me.
Is that good advice?
That's just how she said it. She's a Taurus, and I've got to do it. And so I've been trying to do it, and I don't know how to. I don't know how to
How to do that.
No.
Forgive my mother. By the way, we have different
Forgive my
aspects here, don't we?
Forgive my mother. 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 Forgive my mother.
Okay. Yeah, we may not have complete forgiveness in 20 minutes or 20 seconds or whatever.
But do you think it's possible to ever forgive someone for that? I just don't know.
Well, who pays for it if you don't?
My daughter and myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And my son.
Yeah.
my husband.
Does your mother pay for it?
No, she's dead.
Okay. So there's no way she can pay for your lack of forgiveness, right?
I was glad that
The
she
only
died.
person who gets advantage from that is you and your daughter and your son and your husband, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's just perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, for those of you who are people helpers and therapists in the room, you might notice as this proceeds the difference in cognition that goes on, the way she talks about it and that kind of thing. Okay, especially around forgiveness. Is your mother worth forgiving?
Well, I wouldn't do it if my daughter didn't demand it. Let's put
okay.
it that way.
Okay.
Because I cannot intellectually, or emotionally, or any other way figure out how to forgive her.
Did your mother need help?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and no one helped. She never got
Okay,
help. She was-
all right. Say this. My mother threw boiling water on me.
My mother threw boiling water on me.
On a scale of 0 to 10, what does that do to you?
Still back up to 10.
Oh, back up to 10.
Because I'm mad.
But you're mad.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you mad at something different than we were the first time?
No, I'm mad at her.
You're mad at her?
Yeah.
Okay. Anger at mom.
Anger at mom. Anger at mom.
Is that what you called her, Mom?
Yeah, anger at mom.
Well, tell her what you want.
Yeah, anger at mom.
All right.
I tried not to talk to her. Anger at mom. Anger at mom. Anger at mom.
You still at 10?
Oh, down to 2.
Remaining anger at mom.
Remaining anger at mom.
She threw water on me.
She threw water on me. Remaining anger at mom.
She had no right to do
She
that.
had no right to do that. Remaining anger at mom.
I was just a little girl.
I was just a little girl. I didn't do anything wrong.
Remaining anger at mom.
Remaining anger at mom.
And how is it now?
Well, I really think that I'm vindictive and I'll never change.
Okay, but all I want to know is
No.
all I want to know is that, well, maybe. But what I want to know is this: when I say your mother threw boiling water on you, what does that do on a scale of 0 to 10?
It's better. I mean,
Okay. Now let me point out: maybe you're so vindictive you'll never be able to change, but
Yeah.
you can do this, can you not?
yeah, I can.
Okay.
That's good.
And you can say my mother threw boiling water on me,
Right.
and not
Yeah.
get angry. And we've only taken
yeah.
7 or 8 minutes or whatever it is.
Right.
Okay. So I know maybe you can't change all this. I know maybe that's impossible, but
I
I'm
want
just
to.
pointing out maybe there's a step or two in the right direction. Just
I want to stop it. I want to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm being facetious with
No,
you.
is
a
it
little bit.
possible? Do you think it's really possible? I mean, is it?
Well, it doesn't seem possible to you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It does to me, and I'm only pointing out that we've done a little bit. We've made some steps in the right direction because you're able to have some reasonably calmly say my mother threw boiling water. Say it. My mother threw
My
boiling
mother
water.
threw boiling water on me. Yeah, it is better.
Okay,
And my
well-
arm is better.
Yeah. Okay. And what number do you give my mother threw boiling water on me?
Down to 2.
Down to a 2.
Yeah.
Remaining anger at mom.
Remaining anger at mom. Remaining anger at mom. Remaining anger at mom. Remaining anger at mom. Remaining anger at mom. Remaining anger at mom.
Okay. My mother threw boiling water on me. She had no right to do that. I was just a little girl. Say that.
My mother threw boiling water on me. She had no right to do that. I was just a little girl.
Now say she needs help.
She needs help.
Now,
Oh, there.
oh, there what?
There, that's it. See, I took it as me, something about me. That
Oh, okay.
but
See?
she needs help.
Yeah. Okay. Well, perhaps.
Yeah.
I want those to be your words and not mine.
She
I just
needed
happen to
help,
throw it
yeah.
out. Does she need help?
Yeah.
Does somebody who throws boiling water on a child for whatever the reason need help?
Yes.
Anybody? Okay.
Yes.
Do they need forgiveness?
Maybe a saint could forgive them.
Are they worth forgiving?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay. Okay. Why would somebody like your mother throw boiling water on you?
Because she was so angry at how her life was going.
Okay. So she had a great deal of anger, didn't know what else to do with it,
Yeah.
so she, among other things, threw boiling water on
Right.
you because you happened to be in the way. And
Right. And because I was born and got in her way.
yeah, okay. What a shameful thing for you to do. Okay.
And I was smarter than she was, too. She
Oh.
hated that.
You were smarter.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how reluctant are you to have me come over there and hug you?
10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Reluctance for hugs.
Reluctance for hugs, 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 reluctance for hugs.
Okay. Here, let's do the 9 gamut here. Okay, look at me. We talked about reluctance for hugs. Close your eyes.
Okay.
I'll just say it for a minute. Eyes hard down right, hard down left, reluctance for hugs, and then roll them in a circle. For a very happy birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reluctance for hugs.
Reluctance for hugs,
Reluctance
reluctance
for
for
hugs,
hugs, reluctance for 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 hugs.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind it.
You wouldn't mind it. On a scale of 0 to 10, what is your reluctance to have me come and hug you?
It's down to a 2,
It's down to a 2.
and I kind of want it in a way so that I can get some movement on it.
Okay, now, but I want to draw a distinction,
Okay.
if I can. What I don't want you to do is say, I'm going to need to confront this and go through whatever discomfort there is to have Gary hug me so I
Okay.
can somehow get beyond this,
Yeah,
okay?
okay.
That, we don't need that here, and if you have to have any of that feeling, and that is conquer your fear, so to speak, then this process is not being done properly, because you should be totally and completely free of that. That's why I didn't have anybody touch a snake until they felt they were ready to do it. I didn't want them to crash through some fear and some barrier, etc. So, now, tune into yourself and be very clear and congruent about the number. What is the reluctance you have for me to get out of this chair right now and come over there and hug you?
It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay, remaining reluctance.
Remaining reluctance.
For hugs.
Remaining reluctance for hugs. Remaining reluctance for hugs. Remaining reluctance for hugs. Remaining reluctance for hugs. Remaining reluctance for hugs. Remaining reluctance for hugs.
Okay, now, what's the reluctance right now?
I think I could do it.
Is it a 0 reluctance, or you have some and you think you could crash through it?
I think it's a half.
I think it's a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Could we get a microphone to Ellis?
I just want to ask Kathy, would you hug?
Gary?
Yeah. Then we would know.
I think I could.
Okay, well, that's another way to test. What if Ellis wanted to come up, the fellow you talked to, what if he wanted to come up and hug you?
Yeah. He's
Are you
been
sure?
giving me water for the last 2 days.
Okay.
Good water.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to get up here a second, and no, not yet. I'm going to try it first. I mean, the guy wants a hug, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But you see, now Kathy is not academic, because I'm going to come over there and hug you. Okay. But I'm not going to just run over there and hug you, because I'm concerned about your reaction about it. And there's no need to take a lot of time about it, okay? So I'm going to ask you again. You know I'm going to come over there and give you a hug. I'm going to do this, okay? On a scale of 0 to 10. 3. Okay, so you got some going, okay? Okay, remaining reluctance to hug.
Remaining reluctance to hug. Remaining reluctance to hug. Remaining reluctance to hug. Remaining reluctance to hugs. Remaining reluctance to hugs. Remaining reluctance to hugs. Remaining reluctance to hugs.
Okay. So I'm a little closer to you. Take a look. Okay, I'm going to give you a hug.
It's better.
It's better. Is it? What number is it?
It's a half.
Okay, I'm going to stand. I'm still not going to hug you, but I'm going to stand closer. Now, the mere fact that I'm standing closer and I'm in your space.
Yeah, that's scary, but.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're feeding back.
Yeah, but but give me a number. Give me a number on the scariness that I'm in your space.
It's a 3.
It's a 3. Remaining scariness.
Remaining
or just call it scariness.
Scariness. Scariness. Scariness. Scariness. Scariness. Scariness.
Okay, now say this. You're in my space.
You're in my space. You're in my space. You're in my space. You're in my space. You're in my space. You're in my space. You're in my space.
Okay. All right, put it down. Raise your arm for a second.
It's better. It's
Go
great.
way up there, okay? Way up there.
Oh, great.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, all right.
Because see, I did this to fend off blows of the madrone and stuff.
Oh.
So that's pretty.
And that's where you get the pain?
Yeah, I get
Oh, that's
the-
interesting. That wouldn't be an emotional connection, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here I am in your space.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
No, usually
So,
I'd
well,
be
what I'm going
like,
to do is I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder.
Okay.
Is the way I'm going to start our hug, and I want you to know what that feels like. Is that,
Oh, it feels good.
does it?
Yeah.
Okay, now if I put it around here, how's that?
I like it.
Be clear on it, though,
No, I
okay?
am. I do.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a
Okay,
hug, 'cause I think
okay.
you're ready for it.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, all right.
Oh, right.
I want you to stay right there for
Okay.
me, okay? I'm going to speak into these microphones.
Okay.
and we'll deep- we'll have
This
to-
is so California. I can't believe it.
But I want to know on a scale of 0 to 10, how do you feel right now about this hug?
It feels good,
Does it? Do you like it?
except you're square scratchy.
No, that's okay. I'll tell you what. I'm going to stand up. I want you to stand up, and we'll hug standing up, so we can do it more comfortably. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Well, put your arm around me like that.
Oh.
There we go. There
I
we go.
haven't had much practice.
You see, this is one of the joys of doing this. You know, you get hugs. Oh, pat me. Huh? You like that?
I do.
Is it okay if Ellis hugs you?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
I
Why don't
like
you come
it.
up,
Yeah,
Ellis?
all right.
Come on up.
I'm doing this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know. You told me a minute ago it was impossible to do it, but I just okay. Anyway,
Thank you for bringing that breed of water.
My pleasure.
All right, thanks. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you for wanting to do it.
Thank you.
here's what I'd like to do. Thank you very much, Ellis. But I'd like to do it only if you're comfortable.
Okay.
And you tell me if you're comfortable or not, okay? And you be very clear on it, because I don't want you to crash through any barriers and that kind of stuff, okay? I thought we'd go down there. We'd just go down the aisle, and if anybody wanted to hug you, they could.
Okay.
Well, no, wait a minute. I saw a little. No. Okay, well, but give me whatever number that was, okay?
was a 4.
It was a 4, okay. A resistance to other people's hugs.
Resistance to other people's hugs. A 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 resistance to other people's hugs.
Are you still a 4? Now be clear.
No, I think I actually wouldn't mind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go down, but we're going to do it very slowly, okay? We're not going to make any big deal of this. We're
Even
gonna-
holding hands is hard, so this is good.
Is it hard
I
now?
hardly hold hands with people.
Is it hard to do now?
No, it feels good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Now, I don't know who may want to hug Kathy, but we got a candidate right here. Now, wait a minute, before you do that, though, is it okay with you?
Yeah.
I mean, do you even know Dorothy?
No.
Hardly? Okay, well, as you will, as you will.
Thank you. I understand you. Oh, good.
Now, how did that feel? On a scale of
felt
0 to
really
10?
good. It felt
Was there any at all?
No, it felt good.
We have Veronica here.
Oh, Veronica, yeah. You understand me. Thank you. Yeah, you made me want to do this yesterday. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah, it does.
Well, let's go on down. I don't know if we have any more huggers or not, but if not, you and I can hug some. Oh, we have another hugger. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
How you feeling?
Good.
Do you want me to leave you be and you can just walk down the, or do you
Okay.
want me to be here?
I can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Suits me.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
That's all right. I get the last hug, okay?
Thank you very
All right,
much.
thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Well, just have a little seat for a second. I always want to close up on this for a minute if we can. You may or may not find hugs in the future as easy to do as you just did. Because we just...
I can't believe this.
Okay. By the way, we did no reversal here, did we? No setup. I don't even think we did it once, if I recall it. It wasn't necessary in this case. It just wasn't necessary. Okay. Sometimes that's true. So it happened fairly quickly. We didn't have to go through a lot of stuff we didn't have to go through. So you take it as it comes, okay? Now, you've had this experience, and your anxiety about hugs is reduced, I gather.
Yeah.
Typically, it's going to be permanent. Now, that doesn't mean when you get home, your children are going to respond to you as they always have, because they're used to a mother who doesn't like to be hugged, okay? So you may have to...
Except they've all moved away, but...
Okay, well, the husband,
No.
and whoever
he
else...
doesn't touch me.
Okay, whoever else in your life, you know, maybe a hug candidate, probably need to deal with that, because they're not used to, they're used to you doing this, okay? And they're going to expect you to do that. So you need to deal with that some. You're welcome to call me on the phone.
Oh, thanks.
Because you have sons of baseball players.
Right.
Okay, you can do. I'd like to do that as well.
Excellent.
Okay.
I think it could help.
Now there are more issues, of course, and there wasn't just the boiling water and just the hugs. These are just symptoms of things. But the point is, and your system responds really well to these processes. But now I want you need to do. Remember, I just keep doing it for yourself. What you need to do. Now, I want to ask you a question. Is your mother worth forgiving?
No, but I'm worth forgiving her.
Oh.